Hello, good evening. I need to look up here now at my computer screen. Hi. Welcome to this beautiful evening to our Quantum Weaving Divination live. Hello, I am Silke Tyler, the founder of Quantum Weaving and the Quantum Weaving movement that you and I are creating together, and all of us in co-creation. So I am super excited to be here with you. Let me make sure that everything looks good and we're good to go. Okay, I think so. So, hi, I'm coming to you here tonight from my healing and classroom. I felt like changing up the scenery a little bit. And also because I've lately been doing in my private groups, I've been doing my lives here in this space because the energy is just so powerful of everything that we have gathered over the years, all of the courses, the classes that I have taught, all of the events that we have had. And it's already the space inundated with just this beautiful, powerful, palpable energy that will also translate to you as you are watching the live. So hi, welcome. Let's settle in. Oh my goodness, I can actually see the notes here, Chen. Hello. Good Mercury evening. That's right to you. Thank you. Hi. This is so good to see you. I can barely see it here, but it is coming up soon. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay, so let's check in for a moment. How are you doing? How are you feeling during this eclipse season? We have just completed our Eclipsing the Shadow master course, which has been just one of the most powerful master courses I felt that I have really ever taught. And of course, this is no coincidence because I have been growing within myself as well as we all are. And so this absolutely feels like we are all just up leveling at such a rapid pace now, and our collective energies are drawn to each other, and it requires us to constantly keep calibrating into these higher next most palpable and more powerful frequencies. And there's no better time than to do this now during this eclipse season, where we still have the opportunity to leave some of this heaviness of winter behind us. And this is what makes this time here right now so amazingly potent and powerful. And so I'm so honored to be here with you this evening, for any of you who'll be able to join live. And then, of course, when you're watching the replay, then please go ahead and say replay. And I look forward to connecting with you. This time, right now, during this eclipse season, especially as we are coming near this powerful new moon in Aries. Aries, of course, the season that always begins this astrological year, and the season where we really have this beginning, this new fractal opening now into the springtime, and Aries in its fiery energy in the head that moves everything now through the potency that it delivers. It's this last moments of our fire walking where we dare and we say, let's be bold, let's be brave, let's walk through the fire together. Let's immerse ourselves into the possibilities of what comes when we allow the shadows to be exposed, when we allow ourselves to fully dive in without holding back anymore. In fact, I was speaking to Chen about this today, that there is no more time to hold back on our frequency, on our energy, on the potency that we have as the visionaries, the leaders, the ones who are meant to shift and rise the collective consciousness into this next higher frequency, into the earth, into becoming, into the cosmos, into the multidimensional multiverses that exist. And this is what we're here for, and no less. So anything that is still holding us back from this, I feel like we have as the ones who recognize that we're here to walk this path, we have the obligation to make sure that we are approaching this from a cleared space and from the most potent energy that we can come from, and to really step into this next fractal of magic and miracles that this last little bit of March holds, and then especially coming into April. So this new moon that is about to happen with this eclipse portal is just absolutely potent and powerful. And there are just so many opportunities for us to really rise to the occasion, and anything less, we are just cutting ourselves short. So I hope that for all of you who are willing to walk this path together, for us all to come together at this time and really allow ourselves to be in this most potent portal that is available to us. So with this, I am opening the space together with you, us together here as we're connecting in. So let's just take a moment here and just land here. So whatever happened before, whatever will come after, just allow yourself to find yourself here present in the moment, in the space of our soul center, of our high heart here. Let's just land for a moment, come together in this cosmic gateway and in the beauty of the profound shifts that can happen when we immerse ourselves into this land here fully. Connect yourself, ground yourself in with Mother Earth, connect yourself into the center of the cosmos, and be present with your guides, connected. I know that several of you have shared which cards you have chosen. If you haven't yet, and you will be watching the replay, you might want to pause this for a moment, because this is your opportunity to go back to the post here on the Quantum Weaver and find where the 3 cards are laying upside down. And then go ahead and choose which card you feel the most naturally drawn to. Choose which one you feel guided to. And what I always share too is that because you're here and you're watching this either live or you're watching the replay later, there will be one card that will be the most dominant and potent for you, and this will usually be the one that you choose. But because you are listening to me throughout this whole life, and you would be cutting yourself short if you didn't, because every word has its frequency that it carries as well for you to deliver a message. And the most important thing to recognize also is that this is a whole complete reading that I am doing tonight. I have chosen these cards especially for this next portal, for this opening that we're all walking into now together. And each card will have a relevance for you, and then also the whole reading will have something for you in it. And I can't wait for you to share and let me know. So I really encourage for you to share. First of all, share out this so more women can see it and more women can be empowered in their own leadership, in their own artistry, in their beauty, in their visionary, multidimensional aspects, because we are all just multi-passionate creatives, and it's meant to be recognized, and we're meant to walk this path together. And then, of course, also share here anything that is coming up for you as you're watching this live. So I'm going to have a little bit sip of my tea here before we get started with the first card. So share where you are landing here, share how you're doing. Jen, I can see that you were sharing it was a firewalk for sure, to our inner light. Yes, absolutely, our inner power. And I'm so grateful in the web portal to support the continuous walk. Is just awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, so with any of my master courses that I am creating, so the master courses are always going to be like a concentrated, powerful energy that you're receiving, like a bundle of energy within a concentration of 5 days that we're doing live together. And then you get a whole year access. And what I also create after that week of the lives is I then go into what I'm creating, a web portal on my website that is private only for the ones who have purchased the master course. And that's where I share the lives, but then also really much deeper reflections, beautiful writing, pictures, more activations for you, and initiations that you can then unfold. So thank you for prompting that, Jen, and thank you for sharing that. That means so much. And for me, honestly, it just brings me so much joy to be able to take the amazing women on these adventures, on these beautiful journeys where we heal, we elevate, we activate, and we step into more of our essence of who we are, because this is really what it's about. Okay, and so with this, I feel like we can open the space for the first card. So for any of you who have picked card number 1, if you happen to be live, because I honestly can't see, okay, it looks like Jen is here and no one else. So hi for anyone who will be watching the replay later. I am here and I am here to show up. And I'm so grateful for any of you who can make it live, and then grateful for any of you who will be watching the replay and share and dive into this together with us. So for any of you who will have picked card number one, this is card number one, and I'm going to go ahead and reveal it. So if you've picked card number one, then type in the comments one, and we are going to get started with this. So card number one, ta-ta, is soul calling. And I'm going to go ahead and read the affirmation or incantation for you, which is, I am in tune with my soul's highest calling toward fulfilling my true destiny. This card here, soul calling, really opens the space for us, for our path. It opens the space as we enter this dimension from the other dimensions that we came from, and we begin to our emergence into this embodiment of who we are becoming. And with each one of us, there is our unique code, our unique numerology written in our birth date, our unique astrological aspects, and everything that we already come with. So it's kind of like this bundle. Like if you're thinking about the tarot card of the Fool that has his bundle on the back there, and everything already ready to walk off the cliff and like, yay, let's do it, let's jump in. And this is kind of how it is, you know, the soul jumping in and saying, okay, I'm ready, let's do this, let's immerse myself here. And so it comes with the soul calling. We all do. We all have this mission that we come here in life, and we can have many missions, by the way, so it doesn't just have to be one. Like when I think about like my journey through life, of course there was first the journey, you know, of growing up in Germany, and then marrying Tim, then coming here, beginning our life together out here in the country, having the boys, and then deciding to homeschool them, to do more of the unconventional attachment parenting, and also then diving in and creating a bakery with Tim together, and everything else that everyone here in Tennessee or in Clarksville would be aware of then creating the bakery, and for years, you know, baking of breads and all of the nourishment that we have been creating for our community and our beautiful people who are working with us in this. And then for me, always my spiritual path that walked alongside, and as I was growing spiritually, then I could also feel how everything else in life itself informed itself around it and kept growing through me and with me as well. And everything began to flourish more and more as I began to flourish internally. And so my soul calling has been taking many twists and turns, and in the end it all kind of merges together. And so I'm sure that you will recognize that within you as well, where there are so many aspects of different dimensions and different layers of your soul calling. And yet when you really kind of look at it, you can feel that there is like this underlying thread that carries everything. And for me, my spirituality and the path of a healer has really been within everything the dominant thread throughout all of it, because it has also guided my parenting. It has guided the way Tim and I share life together in our marriage, and it has guided how we have built our business, how I'm building this business, how I support the women that I have helped over all of the years, and how now I'm creating this movement. And so it is very much one guiding thread that without that, it would feel like everything else just would crumble. So really kind of tune into that. This is the type of thing that you would do for free if money was not even, which unfortunately here in this dimension, we have to deal with all of these physical aspects of how do we make a living and how do we create this. But at the same time, it's also very exciting. But think about this, if that wasn't even the case, if it was your passion project, what you feel the most passionate about, what would that be for you? Tune into that and see, and this is usually your soul calling, because without that, you would know that really something is under the surface is just never going to be quite fulfilled until you fully dive into this. And in this day and age now, in this time, this is really what we're all being called for, to tune into our soul calling and immerse ourselves so deeply into it. And the more we understand energetics, the more we also understand how deeply we will be, how we've always been, and how we are supported within our soul calling, so that it is never even a question anymore. And when you understand all of those nuances of what makes you you, what makes you so unique, and you enhance all of those aspects within you, this is where you begin to shine and where everything begins to fall into place in such a beautiful way. And this is what I have been doing all my life. I've always followed my passion and always trusted that if I fall, I will be held. That there is such a deep support for me, because why wouldn't it be? And this has been the guiding thread throughout my whole life and continues to be. And I'm so grateful. And this is why I am doing these lives. This is why I'm showing up, regardless of what it takes, really, because this is my energy projected outward, which I am grateful to give. So with this, tune into your own soul calling and maybe ask yourself where you felt like you might not have fully allowed yourself yet to be seen, to be heard in all your beauty, and where you have held back maybe on your soul calling for practical reasons, for thinking, okay, but once I have this together, once I do this, once these best aspects are in place, then I'm going to go for this. And sometimes I think about Jim Carrey, something that he shared before about his dad. The reason he said why he became a comedian was because his dad was never able to fulfill that in himself. His dad was very funny and a comedian and always wanted to do this, but he felt like he had family to support. And he couldn't do his passion, his soul calling. But yet the company that he worked at, I remember that he was sharing that there were so many struggles and they were homeless at one point too. And so the thing that he thought was safe ended up being the least safe thing out of everything. And I think this is just such a powerful statement to trusting that we are always held. The trust falls, to know that if I fall, I will be supported as long as I follow what truly my heart calls for, what feels so beautiful and so passionate. And if you're listening, if you're watching this, you are a visionary, you are a leader, and you owe it to yourself and to the world to step into this as fully and as most beautifully as you can. So you can also be that living example to others as well. Okay, I had no idea I was going to ramble on that long about it, but it just feels like, I don't know, it's we can't allow ourselves anymore with everything that is happening in the world. We are the ones who need to show up 10 times stronger and don't cut ourselves short in any form or shape anymore. All right. So I don't see any more comments. Don't see anyone else live. Come on live. Let's do this together. Let's have some fun. By the way, but I will reveal this actually later, because I mentioned in the last live that I would do a drawing tonight, but I have something more special for you that I kind of hinted at the last time, because we are going to be doing a 29-day journey, and I'll tell you more at the end. And that's where we're going to be drawing prizes and all kinds of fun things. So get ready for that adventure. Okay, so if you have picked card number 2, without delay, let's continue to card number 2. If you're ready and you have picked it, then go ahead and share that in the comments. And with this, let's turn it around. Card number 2, ta-ta, is compassion. Now I'm going to read this affirmation to you. I have the capacity to hold compassion in my heart, creating ripples of love and understanding in the world. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Yes, Jen, absolutely. It is fun to do the lives together because our energies interact with each other. So, absolutely. And in my human design, I am very much someone who responds. And so, for me, I love just spontaneously bouncing back ideas, and that's where I really thrive. And so, for me, the more the merrier, and that makes it really beautiful. And eventually, we will build it together. So, compassion. The reason why I felt this card at this time, obviously, is because we have been moving through eclipse season. And so this has been a very intense time. And as we are now fully immersing ourselves into this Aries portal and into the fire that it brings up that internal fire within us as well. And creating more space for yourself, to hold more compassion for yourself, is one of the most beautiful and most powerful things you can do, especially in this feminine paradigm, moving away from the masculine concepts of doing constantly and being able to hold it all without a pause. This is so important, to take a deep breath and say, whew, I'm doing so much, and these are intense energies, and so there are always going to be things that I'm not even aware of at this moment. And so allowing myself a higher level of compassion to hold for myself. So I have the capacity to stand more in all of the beauty and everything that I am doing. This is so vitally important for us at this moment. And so this card, if you have picked this card, it's just such a beautiful reminder to yourself. Take a moment, breathe, find something that just nourishes you on such a deep level, and hold such a beautiful, powerful frequency of compassion for yourself. So that is the invitation at this time, to really allow that and be held and have that understanding for yourself, and then also for others. Also hold the compassion for others, because that's another aspect too that might be coming up for you. Maybe there are things in your life right now that are going on where you have things going on where other people maybe have been out of order, where maybe you felt their energy, or they have been kind of in a rough space. So this is also especially for the healers here, to really hold that compassion for your clients and for your family, for your friends, and for the world, because there is just so much going on when we think about everything right now happening in the world. I mean, how are we even um as the ones who can feel this, who hold so much compassion to begin with, how are we managing this without giving ourselves the same kind of compassion and kindness, and without really expanding our capacity of compassion for the world? And this is kind of our job, to be able to manage our own energy, our own frequency, to be able to do that. So give yourself that grace of the compassion, and hold even more in your heart. Just touch your high heart whenever you need a breath, and just find yourself back here in your center, connected, grounded, and know that it is all right here for you. Okay, sending this frequency of compassion out. Let it land. Let it be received. Take a deep breath in. Just let it land in your field, through space, through time, through eternity. Always and in always. Extending that grace. Remember that the boldness that we carry, and all of the components in life also include the beautiful softness within them as well, that you carry, that oneness and that kindness toward yourself and toward others, when you're coming from the beauty of your soul. Okay, good, good, good. So if you have picked the compassion card, then let us know. And someone else is here live. Hello, hello. Let me see if there are any more comments. Nope. So whoever else is joining us, hello, hello, welcome. Say hello, please, and where you're joining from. Okay, so if you are ready for card number 3, whoever has picked card number 3, please go ahead and put that in the comments and let us know. And card number 3, door number 3, ta-ta, is miracles. Okay. So, miracles. Who has picked miracles? Oh, hello. Hi, Patty from Wisconsin. Hey, welcome. Thank you for joining. So glad that you could make it. So, miracles. This brings me here in a moment to what we are about to do in the next 29 days together, starting April 1st. But first, let's touch base with miracles. Why did I choose this card for this time? Well, because we are moving into April, which is the month of miracles. This is the season of Easter. This is the time now where miracles become, oh, amazing. Jen picked miracles. Woohoo! So for any of you who picked it, yay, let's do it. So, woohoo! Okay. Now, I want to show you these two mandalas here. And this is no coincidence. So take a look at these two. Hopefully I'm holding them centered. Yeah, yes, I am. Okay, take a look at these two. And you will notice that these two mandalas are very similar to each other. And this is no coincidence because when I designed them, the reason why I did is because the miracles of life, of us, of you, are already contained within your soul calling. So you are the miracle. Just in case you needed that little reminder, I need to look here, not in my screen here. You are the miracle. So take that in, breathe that in. You are the magic, you are the miracle. You came here as that. So anything less than that, you already carry that bundle, that sack of miracles with you, that knapsack. You have it all. So what you'll also notice is that this is more the soul calling. Let me make sure that I center this here somewhat. Is more of the royal colors, more of the golden, the royal, more of the soul colors, because they don't have the whole frequency of the color spectrum within them yet. But then when you are now looking at the miracles card, you will notice that they're all the colors that are blinking now into existence, into the field, into the matrix. And this is now the fun part because we're moving from the soul calling into stepping into the full potential and the miracles of our lives. And this is why the miracles card has all of the colors and everything within it, because this now brings us into the full spectrum of our being and everything that is contained within it. So if you pick this card, and you have prayed for miracle, you have asked for miracles in your life, no, there you go, because you're here. You know, there are all these women in the world who are not watching this, who might not be tuning into this live at any given time. But if you are, first of all, if you've picked this card specifically, then this specifically speaks to you in this moment. And if you're here, as I mentioned before, because you're part of this whole reading, this also pertains to you, of course. So breathe in the miracles, breathe in that life force that is behind you, supporting you, guiding you, left, right, up, down, and always, and always. And that this is held for you. And the affirmation for miracles is, I welcome miracles in every moment as a beautiful unfolding of the universe's magic. Breathe that in. If you have the card, take that today, tonight, in the morning, whenever you're watching this, and just hold it to your heart for a moment and connect in with it and connect with the mandala. Allow the miracles to blink from the 0 point field into your resonance, into your field, into your codes, the codes from the card that are embedded in it, into your codes. By the way, if you don't have the cards, the pack that you would be receiving looks like this. And you can order them on my website. Let me know if you need the link. It's on the Quantum Weaver website, and the guidebook that comes with it is online, which you'll get the moment that you order your cards. You already get the guidebook to go with the cards, and then my husband will ship the cards to you. And I definitely encourage you, because these are truly living, breathing guidance for your connection activations, they really are such a miracle for your life when you purchase them and you immerse yourself into the codes that are within them. For me, I wrote them, I created them, and whenever I need that guidance, I tune into them all the time myself, and they have just been the most beautiful, potent support for me as well. So, and of course, I know for so many of you who have given just the most beautiful feedback on the cards, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here with you. So, thank you for those of you who are joining in live. And we're not done. There's still more because I'm going to do a little bit of a magic thing here together with the cards. Okay, so I am looking at the cards here on my table. I have soul calling, compassion, and miracles. So how does all of this kind of come together? First of all, as I mentioned before, as we're now moving even more potently into this Aries season now, especially with this new moon in Aries and the sun meeting in Aries, of course, as well. Allow that fire of passion, of drive to move you forward. Also allow it to burn any of the things that you're still holding on to, any of the frequencies, any of the heaviness that you might still be carrying. Come join us still in our Eclipsing the Shadow Master Course. It is such a powerful master course that holds so much potential for you. Join us in vision casting, where you can then cast your visions for the year. And those both combined just, I mean, really just pack such a punch, because they will just elevate you into a completely new frequency and energy. So I invite you into these spaces with all my heart, knowing just how powerful they are and what they can do for you. And we're continuing in both these spaces, so it's not done. So I keep adding to it. In fact, this coming Friday evening at 7 p.m., I will host a new moon live for those of you who are in the Eclipsing the Shadow Master Course. So we're going to host the live there and do another activation together. And so sidetracked, but soul calling, this is really the time now where you allow all of that potency to come forward, arise into the potential of your soul calling, allow all of the compassion that you need during this time to carry you forward. Create even more room and capacity for that compassion for yourself, for others, with so much kindness, understanding that each of us are just walking this path, and it's just all conditional based. I spoke so much about this. Oops, my light just fell down here. So I'm going to be very bright for the last couple of minutes. Just hold so much compassion for yourself and really allow that emergence into all of the beauty that life has to offer you. I can see myself very bright right now. So, and then also at the same time, allow the magic and miracles to come in. Create more room for the compassion in order for your soul calling to come in deeper, in order for you to hold more magic and miracles, to have more confidence in yourself that you're able to walk this path. So this is really that calling for you in that Aries season, because Aries is bold. It has that braveness to it, that knowing of, I am the one, I'm doing it, and I am not holding back with anything. And it makes it just so what is the right word? It brings more bravery into your whole system of saying, all right, enough already, let's go for it, let's do it, because what do I have to lose? I am the one who's here to shine, to do it together. And that brings me now to something amazing we're going to be doing for the next 29 days, starting on April 1st, which is going to be something new that came through me, and it came through me very powerfully during this time. And that is going to be our Magic and Miracles project. And the Magical Miracles Project is going to be a 29-day journey of activating your infinite abundance. We're going to dive into fierce gratitude. We are going to explore what magic and miracles are about, how it comes through, and create so much room for abundance for ourselves that by the end of this, we will walk differently. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to bring this as the forefront of our quantum weaving movement that we are creating together, because for me it's kind of like enough already. Let's do it. Let's elevate the space for all of us, not just for a few selected, but for all of us. And this is what I'm here for. I am pricing this so low at just $29 for the 29 days because I want us to create the magic and the miracles together. And I am going to overgive so big, so much. And there's so much I have to share and give. I already created the outline and it just kept on coming in of like, share this, share this, share this. So there will be a web portal where I will be creating daily reminders in it, where I will be also doing little audio for you. And there might be other things as well. There will also be live sessions that I'm going to be creating together with you on Sundays. And throughout the week, every day, there will be something for you. There'll be prompts and there'll be magical things. I'm going to host it in my free Facebook group, in my Quantum Weaving Movement Facebook group, but only those that sign up for it will have access to the web portal and also, of course, to any of the live sessions that we're doing together. So I hope you come join me, because this is going to be absolutely beautiful. And for me, at this time, it's all about collaboration and co-creation. And who knows what all will open up for all of us together when we come together as a community and we dive in together. So that will be waiting for you. And I can already feel, for all of you who are in my Eclipsing the Shadow master course, just how we have begun to shift timelines, how we walked in one way and the tectonic plates shifted and we walked out in a different timeline. And this will just continue to elevate and it will continue to grow upon itself, layer upon layer. And I can't wait to do this with you. I've been doing this work now for 30 plus years, self-development, even longer than that. And all of them healing, all of the aspects. Been a healer now for almost 30 years at this point. And it's so, more like 45-ish years of self-development, probably even longer than that. And so it's time. It's for me, I am here to give, to share, to create together, to create magic and miracles with you. And this is the opening for our quantum weaving movement. So come and join me. Let's do this together and let's rise. With this, beautiful ladies, I wish you such an amazing, wonderful evening. Thank you for being here with me live. I truly honor your time, your space as well. And I'm so grateful to walk this path together with you. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Patty, for being here live. And for all of you who'll be watching the replay, go ahead and share this out to your communities, share this out to the world so more women can benefit from all of this wisdom and all of the goodness. And with this, have a beautiful evening. There's so much coming, and I love you. Namaste. Mwah.